Imagine waking up tomorrow with the smartest assistant in human history waiting beside you. It never gets tired, never forgets, and can answer almost any question you ask. It can write reports, design products, compose music, explain difficult ideas, analyze complex problems, and help you make decisions in seconds. For the first time in history, extraordinary intelligence is no longer limited to a handful of exceptional people. It is becoming something almost anyone can access. At first glance, this feels like one of humanity's greatest achievements. And perhaps it is. But history has taught us something fascinating. Every powerful invention changes more than the world around us. Eventually, it changes the people who use it. Think about some of the greatest inventions in history. Fire gave us warmth, protection, and eventually civilization itself. The wheel transformed transportation. The printing press made knowledge available to millions instead of a privileged few. Electricity extended our lives beyond sunset, and the internet connected billions of people across the world. Every one of these inventions solved enormous problems, but each of them also quietly changed the way humans lived, learned, communicated, and even thought. Artificial intelligence may become the most powerful tool we've ever created, not because it replaces our muscles or stores more information than we can remember, but because for the first time, it can actively participate in something we once believed belonged only to humans: thinking. Most conversations about artificial intelligence focus on familiar concerns. People worry about jobs disappearing. They worry about misinformation, privacy, security, and the future of work. Those are important conversations, and they deserve serious attention. But today, I'd like to explore a different question. What happens when intelligence itself becomes effortless? Not perfect, not unlimited, just always available whenever we need it. Because history suggests something interesting. Whenever humans invent tools that remove effort, we gain something valuable. At the same time, we often give something up. The difficult part is that we rarely notice what we've lost until many years later. Before we explore those hidden costs, it's only fair to recognize something equally important. Artificial intelligence is already improving countless lives around the world. A student living in a remote village can now learn from an AI tutor at any time of day. Someone who cannot afford a private teacher can receive explanations that were once available only to those with money or opportunity. A programmer can build software faster. A doctor can review medical information more efficiently. An artist can turn imagination into reality with tools that simply didn't exist a few years ago. People with disabilities are finding new ways to communicate, work, and express themselves. For millions of people, AI is not replacing human potential. It is expanding it. It is giving ordinary people access to abilities that once required years of training or expensive resources. In many ways, that is something worth celebrating. But every extraordinary gift comes with an equally important question. If a tool becomes powerful enough to help us think, should it also think for us? Those two ideas may sound almost identical, but they could lead humanity toward two very different futures. Because intelligence has never been only about arriving at the correct answer. Sometimes the greatest value comes from the journey of searching for it. The moments when we feel confused, frustrated, uncertain, or even completely lost are often the moments when our minds grow the most. And that raises a question that psychologists and neuroscientists have been studying for decades. What actually happens to the human mind when we stop doing the thinking ourselves? Let's imagine a child born in the year 2055. From the very beginning, this child grows up surrounded by artificial intelligence. Every question receives an instant answer. Every homework assignment comes with a patient tutor available 24 hours a day. Every creative idea can be expanded, improved, or completely generated within seconds. This child never experiences a world without AI, just as many young people today have never experienced a world without the internet. To them, it isn't revolutionary, it's simply normal. Now imagine asking that child to solve a difficult problem without any assistance. No search engine, no AI, no instant explanation. Just time, curiosity, and their own thoughts. Would that experience feel natural to them? Or would it feel strangely uncomfortable? We don't know the answer, because humanity has never raised a generation alongside an intelligence that can think with them from the very beginning of life. Interestingly, psychologists have been asking similar questions for years, long before modern AI existed. They discovered something called cognitive offloading, a simple idea with profound consequences. Whenever humans have access to reliable external tools, we naturally shift part of our mental work onto those tools. Instead of remembering every phone number, we save them in our phones. Instead of memorizing directions, we follow GPS. Instead of remembering appointments, we rely on digital calendars. Our brains are remarkably efficient. If a tool can perform a task reliably, the brain often decides that maintaining the same effort is no longer necessary. This isn't a flaw. In many ways, it's an advantage. By reducing the burden on memory, we free our minds to focus on other challenges. Human civilization has always advanced by building tools that extend our abilities. Researchers have also observed what became known as the Google effect, sometimes called digital amnesia. Several studies have suggested that when people expect information to remain easily accessible online, they are often less likely to remember the information itself. Instead, they remember where to find it. In other words, the brain adapts to the environment around it. Rather than storing every fact internally, it prioritizes knowing how to retrieve knowledge when needed. That doesn't necessarily mean people are becoming less intelligent. It may simply mean intelligence is adapting to a world where information is almost always within reach.
The important question, however, is whether this adaptation changes the way we develop deeper understanding, creativity, or independent reasoning over time. Researchers continue to study these questions, and many aspects remain open. We can see a similar pattern in something many of us use every day: GPS navigation. Several studies suggest that relying heavily on turn-by-turn navigation may reduce how actively people build their own mental maps of unfamiliar places. When the device tells us exactly where to turn, we often pay less attention to the environment itself. The destination is reached more easily, but the journey leaves fewer memories behind. Again, this doesn't mean GPS is bad. In fact, it has saved time, reduced stress, and helped millions of people travel safely. The point isn't that technology weakens us by definition. The point is that every tool changes what our brains practice regularly. Whatever we practice tends to become stronger. Whatever we rarely use may gradually become less automatic. This is where artificial intelligence becomes fundamentally different from every tool that came before it. Fire didn't think. A calculator didn't generate ideas. GPS didn't help us write stories, solve philosophical questions, or brainstorm new inventions. AI can participate in tasks that once required our own reasoning, imagination, and judgment. It doesn't simply extend our memory. It begins to extend our thinking itself. Perhaps the hidden cost isn't that AI will make humanity less intelligent. Perhaps the greater question is whether we will continue practicing the abilities that made us intelligent in the first place. Because every ability we stop exercising eventually changes us, often so slowly that we barely notice it happening. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you struggled to solve a problem completely on your own? No Google, no AI, no asking someone else. Just you and the problem. It's an interesting question because using AI isn't wrong. I use AI almost every day, and I'm willing to bet many of you do too. The real question isn't whether we should use AI. It's how we choose to use it. There's a huge difference between using AI to help you think and using AI to think for you. At first, that difference seems almost invisible, but over time, it may become one of the most important choices we make. Imagine two students preparing for the same exam. One spends an hour working through a difficult problem. They make mistakes, erase their work, try again, and eventually figure it out. The other asks AI for the answer in seconds. Who learns more? Honestly, it depends. If AI is used like a great teacher, asking questions, explaining ideas, and challenging your understanding, it can make learning even better. But if it quietly replaces the thinking process itself, something else may disappear along the way. The goal isn't to avoid AI. The goal is to avoid outsourcing the experiences that help our minds grow. Because sometimes the most valuable part of learning isn't finding the right answer. It's becoming the kind of person who can find it. Now, imagine a child born in the year 2055. From the very beginning, they grow up with an AI assistant that's always available. Homework becomes easier. Every question is answered instantly. Creative ideas never seem to run out. In many ways, that sounds amazing. But it also raises a question we've never had to ask before. What happens when a generation never experiences long periods of confusion? What happens when curiosity is satisfied in seconds instead of hours? Will they become more intelligent than we are? Or will they simply become more dependent? The truth is, nobody knows. Humanity has never raised children alongside an intelligence that can think with them from the very first day of life. Maybe we've been asking the wrong question all along. We keep asking whether AI will become smarter than humans. Maybe the more important question is whether humans will continue practicing the abilities that made us who we are. Think about how children learn to walk. We could carry them everywhere. They would be faster, they would be safer, and they would never fall. But we don't, because we know that falling isn't a failure. It's part of learning to stand. Maybe thinking works the same way. Confusion, frustration, failure, changing your mind. These aren't flaws in human intelligence. They may be the very experiences that shape it. So if one day you had a choice, would you want your child to have the world's smartest AI teacher from the day they were born? Or would you want them to spend a little time getting lost, asking questions, making mistakes, and discovering who they are before AI stepped in to help? I honestly don't know the right answer. Maybe there isn't one. But perhaps that's exactly why this conversation matters. Because one day, intelligence may become something anyone can borrow. But wisdom will always have to be earned. And perhaps the future won't belong to the people who use AI the most, but to those who never stop thinking for themselves.